Nemesis, known quantity, of course, won Season 4, qualified for Worlds, had a great run at the AOS Cup, had a great showing. Unsurprising that they're here as our previous champs, and I've really liked the trajectory they've been on. Mighty Ducks, the week one upstarts, right? Because
Yeah.
we had G in there to see if we were going to have all four NA Worlds qualified teams scrap it out this week. Not so. Mighty Ducks getting it done for the gang.
Yeah, incredible games from them. I believe we had luck putting up wild numbers on the Meowscarada in a lot of those games. We saw,
Facts.
I think this was one of the first times I saw Pure transition into the top path role for this roster as well, which was pretty exciting. And there we see they're going to be doing so again with that first pick of the Sarah Ledge with Charizard, Mimikyu, and Slowbro, and Blaziken, honestly kind of the big four being banned. That kind of leaves us with Sarah Ledge. That whole top side of your screen plus the Sarah Ledge feels like the big bad five in today's metagame.
I agree completely. Trainer LGC, though, has really made this Leafy on their own, almost synonymous in my book. So unsurprising that they're there. Kira locking in, stepping in for this team here, locking in the Hoopster.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rex not able to make it tonight, so they did have to grab a sub. Kira stepping up to the plate. And, yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot more Hoopa than I think we would if Rex was playing tonight. Obviously, Rex does play a fair amount of Hoopa. They're a very accomplished player at that role. However, whenever Rex touches the game, we tend to see a little bit more Blissey, I feel like, rise up and the Hoopa go down a little bit. But
Yeah,
Kira, going to be locking in that Pokemon. You're going to take the Alolan Ninetales, very interesting, into a double defender comp. Oftentimes, if we're going to see a mage pick in that role when there's a double defender on the other side, I love to see the Delphox, but Alolan Ninetales does have some early game spacing that can have that value, and then, of course, it's pretty nice into Ceruledge to have a bit of anti-dive ability.
Yeah, it really raises the question, where's Metallic going to go? I feel like they're all scrapping at pretty medium to close range here, and they're going to need a ton of damage to work through the Umbreon and the Trevenant, and the Blissey as well. And I'll tell you what, if they're going with the Tyranitar, that's a heck of a way to do it. But Gyarados has also been having great showings. We rotated through. Metallic does lock in Tyranitar, and I think if you're going to be playing this up close and personal, having a Dominator like Tyranitar can be is not a bad look.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I feel like I talk about it so much, Newsex, whether it comes to Urshifu or Tyranitar, but the ability to hit below shields is really relevant in some matchups, and when you got Blissey and Umbreon, Trevenant can create a decent amount of its own shields, but a lot of it comes in self-healing, but still, even just the Umbreon Blissey are enough. Umbreon tries to steal a giant Snorlax shield off of a big Moonlit Prince. I mean, Tyranitar doesn't even care. It hits below it and finds a way to knock out that Pokemon. That's going to be a very interesting matchup in the early game in particular, because reminder, Pure is playing that top path role, so they're going to be bringing the Umbreon top, Ducky is going to be playing Defender Trevenant, and Luck is going to bring the Ceruledge into the central area.
Just based on firepower, right? And like historically conventional picks, I think Mighty Ducks probably get the check mark in their column here. But Nemesis is working off the beaten path here, and we haven't seen them play for a minute, Zoinks. You and I haven't on a stage like this against caliber of team like this. At least I haven't. I'll speak for myself. And the fact that they're going off the beaten path to me says, hey, we are litmus testing some stuff for Worlds that we think has some value, and let's see how it can square off against a decent team in the Mighty Ducks. Let's get after it. Mayhem Season 5 Finals Day kicks off right now.
I love that call up for maybe that bit of experimentation, Doomstacks. You gotta remember, in a competitive season like the one we find ourselves in, I mean, World's just a couple of weeks away, sometimes you get beat up hard by an enemy team in scrims, and you're like, we should try that comp. And I wonder if maybe that's what we're looking at right now. Some LATAM team ran it down with Tyranitar top, and Metallic's like, wait, I gotta run with that too.
Double invade, though, coming up. Luck having a lot of trouble. They thought they just had to deal with Kira, but no, they get sorted out because Aznable pulls up for the smoke in that wonderful Snorlax skin.
Yeah, big push onto the other side. Obviously, double invade. They go for both buffs. And honestly, the biggest benefit is they're going to walk away with that Charcadet KO. Going to take Luck a lot longer to arrive at that top side. Where on the other end of things, Leafeon, of course, already at level 4, almost at level 5. Train LGC getting a very safe Xatu and red buff clear.
But notice that Pupitar also level 5, so Metallic is ahead of the game right now, and that's where you want to be if you are going to be bringing this Tyranitar to the map. And they're able to secure quite a bit of that experience. Neon able to evolve into Blissey, which is not a bad consolation prize, but they are still kind of up against it here, and Nemesis has an opportunity to just kind of run away with it.
Yeah, anytime you're getting out-leveled in the early game by Tyranitar, it's so
that ain't it.
Yeah.
That ain't it. Running away with it, they stepped on their shoelace as soon as I said that. Trip and fall, Trainer gets picked up by luck, and now, if they can get one the other way, that is just great for them. Zoinks, talk to me a little bit what we're seeing here. It seemed like Nemesis had a lead, but it slipped quickly.
Yeah, they tried to almost double adept, right? They win that top side so hard because luck has to play from the bottom side. They're never going to win in that battle. And of course, they rotate down to try to sort of dip their hands in both options, but unfortunately fall a little bit shy on the bottom side.
Yeah, they got caught with the hand of the cookie jar here, but Nemesis is surrounding these middle Swablu and Altaria. Get a good crop of them, of course. Cerulege immediately forced to dip out, ticks over to level 6 as they enter their own central area, but now Koozy's on the ropes. Trainer LGC sorts them out. The poor Ivysaur can't withstand the opposing Leaf type here, and now Neon's peeling back. Egg Bomb comes through, and nice pressure, nice coverage by the top path Umbreon, and it forces Nemesis to take a pause.
Yeah, Pure's hit that big moment of level 6. They have the Snarl and the Foul Play, so they can make all the space in the world that they want. Ducky and Luck got a bit of a 2v3, and Metallic's going to be the one to benefit. Pupitar is able to knock out the Trevenant.
Great quality KOs there. Another one on Luck and getting the Trevenant down, but a KO into the hands of Metallic there is huge. Now they're level 7, about to tick over to level 8, and man, a level 9 right around the first Regis is gargantuan for this T-Tar.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, and obviously they want to play for that bottom side objective as quickly as they can. They are trying to get to the Tyranitar, and team-wide experience is going to do a lot of help with that. Maybe giving up that pad early and allowing a Pokemon like Venusaur to get free safe experience is a bit of a risk, but again, Tyranitar is just that important.
Amazing rotation. Oh, Yeet had a real chance at that one. Blissey secures. Regieleki going towards their goal zone. It's at 21. Zoink, so if that hits, they've got an awesome opportunity for an overdunk, but it doesn't look like this is going to happen. Mighty Ducks peel back.
All right, Mighty Ducks don't really have the pushing power, at least not with a Venusaur Unite move, not at the ready yet. Same with the Trevenant, so there's a lot of experience things to be done on the side of Mighty Ducks if they want to contend.
Now Tyranitar's getting collapsed on by Venu and Cerulege. They have to use everything in the kitchen sink. They pop their Unite move. It looks like they're going straight for him. Nice portal down, and the KOs are already starting as the rest of Nemesis comes in for the support. And Metallic now about to tick over to level 10, beating the biggest thing on the map. Once more, they're going straight for the Blissey. They're gone. Neon is dusted, trying to jump back to the Umbreon, popping their Unite move, grabbing shields, but they're on the Razor's Edge, getting knocked out. Ducky stepping up. Nice wood hammer, but a beautiful portal blinks everybody out. They're all back through the heavy slam for the attempt, but we keep pushing here. Umbreon goes down. Nice Venusaur Unite to try and turn the tide here, and it looks like they're going to be successful. 3 players down in a heartbeat on Nemesis. They're going to get a 4th one right here, and now it's just Yeet and Kira standing, but they're nowhere close to do anything about it.
That is the fattest Ducky W I've ever seen in my freaking life. The wood hammer to start things off, I thought that was like, oh dang, nice Trevenant play. And then he follows it up with a full team Horned Leech onto the other side. I mean, you're just feeding a hyper carry Venusaur at that point every single way. Koozy's huge now. The Unite move barely clips the Leafeon and able to take out Trainer on that option. And now, all of a sudden, we got a real game in front of us.
Yeah, our Trainer, I think, is feeling the hurt from that last one. They're like kind of like looking off into the distance saying, never again. They're in the opposing central looking for that action, but caught with their pants down a little bit. They're trying to turn around, use the 2-step, and find a dance partner right there in the Cerulege. Blink back with a nice portal by Kira, and they're still looking at this goal zone saying, we've got work unfinished here, Zoinks, and they're going for it. Yeet steps up, puts a little Blizzard Avalanche combo, doesn't really find anybody, and it looks like snow season's over as Nemesis decides to walk away.
Yeah, not the Tyranitar yet, though. I mean, maybe Metallic getting a little greedy with this Tyranitar, wants a few more stacks if they can get him. Kira takes some early damage, but honestly, this Yeet Fan and Kira duo was looking pretty nice. The Fan of 4 stuns with the Alola Ninetales pretty massive. Power Nap to buy some time, as it looks like Nemesis really dragging their feet towards this Regirock on the bottom side.
Yeah, and really, the time that bought is important here because Regirock is just now getting hit. Ducky with a great position, can't quite catch Yeet, and now they're finding themselves in the face of a Tyranitar, jumping right into the backline with a Bliss Assist on Pure is well-timed, and Yeet is down. Heavy Slam to try and reset themselves, but they miss the portal, they get knocked out. And now Mighty Ducks are starting to hum, they're up by 3.
I mean, yet another play from the supportive core. This time we're going over to Neon in that moment. I mean, a Bliss assistance that honestly looked like they power slammed 2 for the knockout. So Z equals 10. I saw Ducky in chat talking about earlier how it's like the atomic value for Neon or something, which if that's true, that actually kind of goes super hard. So I love that. But anyway, Neon having a sick moment already. And now it's kind of 2 fights in a row that Nemesis has struggled to really hold a candle to what Mighty Ducks have been able to do. And that is that really terrifying part. We've all been those in those solo queue matches, or even when we're 5 stacking. You lose 2 team fights in a row, you start to get desperate. But Trainer LGC, never that way. Keeps a cool head, goes for an instant burst knockout.
And that's great support by Kier. And of course, Azenwall trying to draw some attention on the score. They are very fruitful in that endeavor as more players from Mighty Ducks are crash landing on the pad, making sure that nobody can get any points past Goldberg here. And they do get a quality knockout on Kier. Now they're rolling as 3, seeing if they can get any value across the map. Close battle indeed, and the levels aren't looking too bad either. Mighty Ducks have the slight edge.
Ducky is so locked in this game. Like, this is unbelievable watching this Trevenant play right now. Azenwall buying as much time as they can, but it's not going to last very long. That's just Trainer here to defend this goal zone. Oh, quick portal down.
Quick portal down, nice rotation by Metallic. They have a Unite move to use, but it's a little too late in the game, so they got to get a ton of value if they decide to pop that here. They're trying to track them down, but on the backside, more Ducky action, leveraging that into huge KOs with, again, the support. Umbreon getting credit for both. Nice block, but again, it's just a time buyer as Metallic really needs to get out of dodge. 20 seconds till Ray, and that can spell a nightmare.
Yeah, Pure's at level 12 has so many stacks as well. But I was going to say, this scoreline, despite all those fights we've been talking over Tube Snacks, has barely shifted. Finally, that is changed up by Kira putting in some points on the top side as Hoopa. Will give them a slight lead, 129 to 170, but that allows Nemesis to play a bit more patient. They don't need to rush this Ray. They can try to force Mighty Ducks into a bad situation, and that is exactly where Metallic likes to be. His nickname in high school was, in fact, a bad situation.
And notable fun fact that we learned yesterday, Metallic invented the word metallic, which is insane for a kid his age. Genius. That he's able to develop that type of vocabulary that quickly. Nice little heavy slam, nice block to sort them back out. They're trying to peel back to pad, but Azenwall's getting low. They are able to space out a little bit with a little Phantom Force by Kira, but it's Metallic that's in the mix now. Blizzard Avalanche combo, big Cerulege Unite into the Trap Unite, and one player's down instantly. But the Umbreon's down back the other way. The rings are unbound, we're shooting things from space. We're trying to step up, and they're put down. Luck goes down, and now a heavy slam, an aggro heavy slam by Azenwall, as Metallic still posted up in the middle. They know they have a slight lead. Let's see how they play with it.
I mean, Azenwall with another hero play. It's like Ducky and Azenwall just trading sick defender moments in this matchup. We have the power nap to try to counter the Cerulege, the Revenant Rend that charges through, adds a few bursts. You just sleep it off, and Azenwall's able to buy enough time. Because of that, it's also enough damage that Metallic can get an easy KO onto Luck. So, big first fight win. A reminder, Nemesis currently holds the lead.
Look at Trainer LGC going for either the Giga flank or the back cap score here, depending on how this fight in the middle shakes out. We're going straight for it. Luck gets into the middle. Rayquaza is starting to get hit. It's at 50%, and it's getting very ripped very quickly. Umbreon pops their Unite move, and they're moving around. The portal's down. Solar Beam goes to the scope, but they're stopped, and Yeet gets it! They're stopped, and Yeet gets it! What a legend, Nemesis! That's why they're going to Worlds, baby! The whole team is looking to get rinsed. That's an ace off the cut. 10 Jack, Queen King, ace, 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 Nem. Come on, dude. Game 1 of the night, and this is what we get?
Wow, what a sick play to counter. I'm gonna call it a pretty scary situation. I mean, I want to call it a little more lockdown, like Nemesis never had a care in the world. I think there were a few cares going on in that set. But either way, Nemesis is gonna start this series off 1-0. An exceptionally strong early game where they were able to really charge forward. Mighty Ducks swings things back around, but honestly, thanks to Kira's great scoring pressure and Azenwall and Metallic's like kind of pseudo damage front line, it really felt like Mighty Ducks wasn't quite sure what to do in those team fights.
Listen, Ducky gets the tip. You know, it's one of those things. Yes,
For sure.
They lost, but Ducky MVP, right? Really gave the Mighty Ducks every ounce that they needed in that game. But can we call out Kuzi had the perfect timing on that Solar Beam.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if it was Azenwall or Kira that cut it off with a Phantom Force or a Heavy Slam, but right before that solar beam popped, it was just like the interception of the century. Yeet was there to do their job, right? Secure tool that they had available, and they clutch it out. That was what a game, dude. Game 1 of the night. Let's go. Tech issues made it worth the wait for that one.
Exactly. Worth the wait indeed. I mean, I was absolutely popping off. So much fun in our first set. We're gonna be jumping into game 2 very shortly here, and man, I was just, like I was mentioning, the momentum of that game felt so strange to me. Like, not how I thought it would happen when we were looking at that draft screen. Honestly, I was really expecting Mighty Ducks to come out to a much stronger start, especially, but however, with some early invasion, double invades from Nemesis to try to slow down that Sarah ledge, a very quick adaptation of the top side to really crash that moment, make sure that where Lux Sarah ledge couldn't get to work, we keep Pure away from level 6 on the Umbreon. Early moments happen. Of course, it was a big surge back from the Mighty Ducks thanks to some big Ducky Trevenant plays, but in the end, I mean, you're playing a composition that has Trevenant, Umbreon, Sarah ledge. Team fights have to be your specialty, and if that final team fight is not going your way, we definitely got to go back to the drawing board for game number 2.
Yeah, really, Nemesis did a great job withstanding the storm. You called it out. The Ceruledge went in for a multiple player unite move.
Yeah.
But they ended on top of Asinal, who just popped the power nap, was able to withstand that foray. They only lost Yeet off that Ceruledge unite and actually caught the Umbreon back the other way for the Mighty Ducks. And then after that, once Nemesis kind of gained control of the Ray Pit, I'm not going to say they had great control, but we'll say positional control. It really made that last Ray fight at least as hard as they could have made it for the Mighty Ducks in theory.
Yeah. Okay, why are we batting Scyther? I'm sorry. Your point? I'm sorry. I reacted wrong to your point. Your point, absolutely correct, Snacks. What I am scratching my head at is why Scyther is the first ban out of the Mighty Ducks right now. So now, of course, Mimikyu, Ceruledge, Charizard, also Blaziken, also viable options. Now, I think what they are doing is forcing Nemesis to choose, do you want to go up against the Mimikyu, or maybe even the Charizard. However, you could give up Charizard. You probably get Umbreon on the turn, so maybe you're okay with giving that one up. Instead, just go back in again with the Ceruledge. Interesting spot for Mighty Ducks, who honestly have put themselves into this position.
Yeah, for sure. Neon is hovering Comfy. There's no shot that's where they go first. Charizard makes infinitely more sense. However, Nemesis has a real decision to make. I think Umbreon is a pretty safe lock. I think Asm was incredibly comfortable on that Pokemon. But now, do you like feed Trainer right now, or do you give kind of like, do you prioritize where Metallic can go? Trainer says, give me Leafeon right now. And honestly, okay, whatever. We're cooking. They don't care who they have on the backside. They're like, whatever. Tree's cool. Mamo's cool. Any support core, cool. They might even get Hoopa here. Like, that's insane. Let's get it.
Okay.
Comfy pick?
Interesting. So basically, Nemesis is giving that they just don't respect Charizard here, right? Like they are saying, hey, whatever. We don't need to take that option because I think Umbreon's kind of the natural counter these days. You mean looking United moving Charizard, it really can't go anywhere. But they still get that option. What surprises me more is that Mighty Ducks are going with the Mammoth one. I'm calling this Pokemon out as a World's Championship Pokemon, mostly because I went on a 5-game win streak today with it on Ice Fang Mammo. Absolutely loving that Pokemon right now. But into Leafeon Ceruledge, it's an awesome tank option. It doesn't have big team-wide crowd control like Hornleech or Woodhammer, but of course that Ice Fang, that individual anti-melee option, is so flippin' good.
It really is good, and don't forget, just the little Earthquake bounce is disruptive. It's not nothing, right? So at least it's a reasonable engagement tool. It's just a reasonable engagement tool, especially on Pokemon like Trainer. Like, if they get the hop on Trainer, like a Leafeon does not have good sustain, and they have to throw everything in the kitchen sink behind it to save it if it's not the one doing the engaging, right? If it's caught out, that's a problem. So I personally also love Mamoswine. It is the first Pokemon in the game I did get a badge on. So fun fact for those of the folks out there, OG Mamoswine player.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
Yeah, Dewsnack's all in on the Mammo. I like that a lot. Well done. I mean, I think I still have yet to earn my badge, but let me say I'm well on my way with what I've been playing. I've been having way too much fun with this Pokemon. And yeah, you mentioned the Earthquake as a disruption option. You genuinely can go high horsepower Ice Fang It is not a bad moveset. It's not a fantastic moveset, but it's certainly not a bad moveset. It kind of depends on what you're trying to do. However, with this many like squishy targets, 3 evolutions, aside on Nemesis, I think you probably go with Earthquake, try to get that movement speed reduction when you land. Makes a little bit more sense to me. Kuzi gonna lock in that Cramorant Pokemon that did receive some nerfs, but seemingly has not gone anywhere. But I think fans of Mayhem are gonna be most excited about the Meowscarada. Luck just put on a absolute show-stopping performance on this Pokemon in the week 1 of Season 5. I really hope we get to see a repeat because I want to see a full set between these two teams.
I hope I see Earthquake out of Mamoswine because with 3 EVs on the other side, passive breaking on 1 Earthquake is huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The fact that it can just eat passives like that in this particular scenario, it's almost like Nemesis forgot that that's something Mamoswine can do and just are essentially hemorrhaging the equity of the evolution passive right into the hands of the Ducks. So let's get into game 2 of Series 1 of Unite Mike Season 5 Finals Night. Nemesis up 1-0, Mighty Ducks up against it, but they've got a Mamoswine, and we love that here.
Yeah, reminder everybody, we have 4 teams here competing in tonight's competition with a winner-take-all prize of $350. Thank you to our friends at Ingage, who we're going to talk about a little bit more later tonight, helping us out with the prize pool for having a very exciting end of the tunnel for these teams to compete over.
As we just see the quick invade by Kira, Pure sussing it out, able to close out on the Escavalier there and get that buff, of course, but Nemesis never rides alone, and the K opener going to Trainer LGC in support of Kira, and they're gonna get a 2-piece, and they're gonna get the buffs as well, as there's Yeet on the Sylveon saying, oh, can I pop in? Can I get one? Dope, thanks guys, let's go score some points. And Kuzi's looking, what just happened? Where's my team? What are all these evolutions? Why am I gone? And then we have a fuzzy Roomba getting in the mix, and this is not the Mamoswine I was expecting to see, and you know what we say about Roombas that stay fuzzy for too long, they suck.
Yeah, you do say that. It does hurt me every time you say it, but you do say it, and it is absolutely true. I think Yeetfan taking that blue buff is, 1, hilarious, but it's also tactical, right? Like, Sylveon having a blue buff is always going to be more beneficial than a Pokemon like Leafeon that relies a lot more on burst damage. We can get the uptime of those Mystical Fires up a lot more consistently. It'll look a lot better, but jeez, Trainer is on a run.
Yeah, but now this could be a good KO back the other way. Unfortunately, the Comfey gets credit for it, but they'll take that over anything, or over nothing, I should say. Pure is Charmeleon, they're trying to find a way, and the Comfey somehow out-leveling the Piloswine, the big old bag of laundry over there. Kira kind of caught out, getting beat up and scrapped on, stepping up as the rest of the squad. Can they get a KO? Comfey, another KO for them. They're racking up the numbers over here for the Ducks. And now we're caught on the backside, and Umbreon goes down too. So the Evolutions have immediately given away their big-time advantage. Ice Fang KO for Piloswine, and the Mighty Ducks have flipped the script.
And I think it is High Horse. No, it was just Tackle.
No,
never mind. That was just Tackle, because it's only level 5. But yes, it is Ice Fang. I just saw a lot of mobility. I saw the big dash. But interesting note about the Mighty Ducks. This is literally becoming what their identity, at least to me, is this Sweet Kiss Comfey. We have seen it in so many different compositions, and now we are seeing it paired alongside the Charizard. We've seen it with things like Mimikyu a ton. We've seen it with Zero Aura. I mean, the Mighty Ducks love this pairing.
They really do. I'm surprised they picked it so early. Maybe just afraid that it could, you know, because Trainer LGC does great with the Comfey as well, right? So maybe just trying to make sure that they don't completely punch a hole in their game plan. But going Sweet Kiss Comfey, we've seen it work very well, and we've seen it look like a wet turd. So we're going to end up here in this game too, because the Mighty Ducks need to win it.
Yeah, so far it looks pretty good, and I mean, you just gotta look at it in principle, right? Like, what is it trying to do? You're trying to enable one of your strong melee carries a lot more. Comfey actually a fantastic option at doing that with Sweet Kiss, and Charizard fits that bill exactly. Pure wants to get as many auto attacks in as they can, get more chance of critical hits, deal out that incredible damage, and, well, at least they have the Regice, but it's gonna be a trade of objectives on both sides, as there has been a trade of goal zones. Tier 1 on top, broken. Tier 1 on bottom, also broken.
Yeah, Metallic looking for a big flank here, waiting for the rest of the teams to see how they materialize. Getting eyes on the Charizard. It looks like they're peeling that way. Sweet Kiss Comfey is on the Cramorant. They can see if they can draw in here, and it doesn't look like Metallic is going to be falling victim to that right now. Good coverage by Asinable just to step up as Trainer LGC. Looks like they're getting some stacks on the backside. Ducky Ice Fanging him up, Ice Fanging him down. Cerulege is gone. Metallic biting the dust. Now they're still diving through and following up. Yeet is on the scramble. They just want to get their 18 points in before they get buckled. Are they going to be able to? Yes. But now they're up against it. There's a ton of players there. They pop their Unite move. The sustain is gargantuan. They try and turn the page on them, but they can't. Now they're running away, and they're trying to support Trainer. Nemesis is everywhere right now.
I mean, 3 evolutions in a composition. It's got to be good at something, and it seems like Invading currently the plan.
Well, popping the Cram Unite and forcing out the 2-step into the tall grass, so now they're all running away. So really just an expenditure of resources just to not get KO'd. And it looks like after all of this, Asinable will be able to score, and Kira is going to get knocked out.
Oh! 4-player Revenant Ren for Metallic. It's going to be a Charizard Unite to try to counter, but Sylveon going to knock them out mid-air. Comfey, the last one up, and they are gone as well. Metallic tees up that huge play, and hey, this is one of the reasons this Pokemon's meta, folks. It is bonkers.
Yeah, when you can catch multiple players like that, I mean, it looks just like a game ender. Or it certainly feels like one, right? When you just watch your whole team get cut in half by the Ceruledge Unite, you're like, oh no, it felt so good, and then it just all slipped away. Asinable hanging out, of course, Yeet following up, we got the Mystical Fires, we got the Draining Kisses going, and we've got a Ducky that's on the verge of getting knocked out, and they are. Asinable turns around, and now notifies that Pure is right there. Pure gets quickly knocked out. The Bliss Assistance is going to give Trainer LGC the sustain they need to chase this Cram down. Kuzi is low, Kuzi's getting on top of Trainer, and that's a courtesy knockout, but at least they get one back. 3 players down, a heartbeat for Nemesis, because they have enough firepower here with them. Ducky's already back, trying to put the screws here to Yeet, and Yeet's just on the full retreat. They're like, KO streak of 3 is enough work for me. Can I actually get out? That's the question mark. And right now, it looks like the question is answered yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know Nemesis went 3 down there, but I think that's a team fight win for Nemesis. Like, the way it ends up, or at least the results are, Metallic's still absolutely hanging here on the top path. They were able to solo the Regieleki while the rest of their team was fighting. They might not be able to let it land on that goal zone, the 1v1, or I guess 1v2 against the Meowscarada and Comfey doesn't go their way, but still, that's a ton of map pressure given to Nemesis now. Decent amount of experience gained either direction, but the amount of scores is evident of how the match has been going so far. 290 for Nem.
Kira low on HP, eating a Charizard Unite, and that's just a good time to use it. You gotta use it before you lose it. At least they're gonna get a couple instances of it now. Asinable still on the run. The further they can leash this team along into the hands of Nemesis, the better. Pura takes a 2-step, gets real low, but Trainer doesn't follow up on their own Unite move. I think I just saw Cram Unite get popped, but for not a lot of value either. So now everybody needs to get those yellow pips above their characters.
Yeah, it was an interesting play. I actually don't think the Cram Unite move's bad at all. Like, it was kind of a great response. It meant that Trainer and Asinable could not jump back into that team fight whatsoever. Otherwise, they're going to get KO'd. Asinable did, in fact, just kind of had to tank a lot of those fish in the face and could not survive. So, a decent incentive to make sure that Trainer does not move into that enemy territory, and it worked out.
Asinable getting beat up a little bit by their defender counterpart of Ducky puts them in a mean look, a little bit of snarl action, but that's a quick Earthquake engage and repositioning Yeet into the hands of Pure. Can they get the knockout? They can. They'll keep rolling forward here. Yeet was the one that got low. I think they actually popped their Unite move to get out, and Kira becomes the collateral damage. Trainer LGC working through. Metallic is there as well, but they are getting dusted. Quickly peeling back to their goal zone because they can't handle the heat of this Charizard right now.
Yeah, all right, so finally, Mighty Ducks getting a W in the column for their team fights in this battle. However, it was a nasty trade, right? Nem is able to knock out one of the Pokemon on either side. I think it was the Comfey that goes, no, it's the Meowscarada that goes down in that exchange. So, you win some, you lose some, and right now, we're headed up to a very even matchup. However, it's Nemesis holding on to the point leads by a huge margin, 101 to 310, as Regieleki breaks that goal zone right before the final stretch begins.
A little bit up on levels is Nemesis. Mighty Ducks not far behind, and they've been engaging well. Ducky going straight after Trainer, going for the engagement there. Caught in a mean look is Pure as Asinable peels back for the team. Ducky gets caught, bites the dust for that greedy engage here. 2-step right on Pure. They are so low. The Mystical Fire is going to come through. The becomes that BOGO deal that we like to see. Trainer pivoting back to the middle. The whole time Metallic's just hitting Rayquaza. The rest of the team is showing up, and this is going to be curtain zoinks. Nemesis gets it done with very cheeky play here, leaving Metallic in the cut. KO streak of 4 for LGC, and a little bit of a crybaby move by the Mighty Ducks quitting early.
Dang, Nemesis showcasing their ability to shut down the Charizard in every way and fashion you could think of seeing that Pokemon succeed. Nemesis had an answer. It's a Unite move, it's Aspenville holding them down. If they have the Unite move in pocket, but they haven't popped it yet, Trainer just simply bursts them down and doesn't give them an option to even grab the Leafeon mid-Unite as they're running up. Doesn't matter. The Yeet Fan and Trainer combo strikes yet again. 13 knockouts for that Leafeon in that matchup. I mean, we might be considering a Leafeon ban in the finals, Dupes next.
We might be considering it, but my question to you, looking at the Mighty Ducks, we've seen the Sweet Kiss Comfey a couple times now. What's the assessment, Zoinks?
I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it as an option. I don't think it worked with the Charizard the way they were hoping to. I actually kind of like it with a Pokemon that's looking for a more early knockouts, especially in that first fight around the, like, 850 or whatever birds that we see happen in the middle of the lanes. If you go use that with a Mimikyu, kind of force them in to take that melee engagement, you kind of turn a KO, it works great. But I think with how Charmander and Charmeleon are in the early game, it doesn't quite hold a candle to what it truly could be on some other combinations. We might see more later, but I don't think we're seeing it again this time around.
Fair enough. Let's take this opportunity after we had a really solid 2-0 match, and those games closer than the 2-0 scoreline or the 2-0 match line would dictate. But we've got some wonderful sponsors to tip the cap to. So I'll talk about Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat again real quick, and then maybe we can roll that Ingage footage very quickly.
Of course.
So Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat, body positivity brand, has amazing clothes. I wear it a bunch. I engaged them to support this. They were all about that action and have supported us since. And they've been around with us for, it feels, quite some time now, Zoinks. You are wearing the More Chomp shirt. So exclamation point KF into the chat. Unite 15 is going to get you 15% off the More Chomp shirt. It's a great shirt. I highly recommend checking it out, at least looking at some of their product. I think it's all terrific. Let's roll that Ingage clip. The other sponsor, the key sponsor for tonight, throwing an extra $100 into the prize pool for the winning team.
Yeah, shout out Ingage. Let's take a look at their video. They are promoting a new event, so let's take a little peek.